Everyone, today I want to talk to you about why content creation should never ever be a problem to you. Okay, so it's actually a Wednesday morning, and this is a marketing topic I'm talking about today because, frustratingly, episode 33, which is due to go out on Friday, the audio didn't upload correctly, so I'm having to come out this morning and do 2 episodes rather than 1. So re-record what I did on 10 days or so ago, and also the episode for today. It's these little things, technology failures, which really quite frustrating. But yesterday as well, I'm on a good run at the moment. Yesterday I did my vlog, but randomly I caught a setting on my camera and I set the recording to time lapse, so I couldn't use that audio, so I had to go and re-record yesterday twice as well. So it's 2 days running. So hopefully it's not the rule of 3 and expecting another technical failure. But I digress. So content. Firstly, what are the 2 biggest things that people who want to put them out there on social media, who want to get their personal brand out there, what are the 2 things that they struggle with the most? And my 2 business partners, Jack Wicks and Chris Taylor, do a podcast, the brand new podcast. If you haven't listened to it, listen to it. It's amazing. They talk to massive influencers on their show. I'm certainly not in that category, hence I haven't been on the podcast. But my following's like 11,500. These are people they're dealing with 500,000, 1 million people plus. So they're serious on this type of stuff. But the feedback has been from all the interviews who have done, the 2 biggest problems that influencers face, or people that want to build their personal brand, is number 1, content creation, and number 2, the content repurposing process and how to get everything out on all the different channels without taking over your whole life. I'm not going to cover point 2, but today I want to cover point 1, which is obviously how you can create your content. The first thing I want to say is that do not compare yourself to others, okay? You might be at the very, very beginning of your journey, or you might be highly experienced, highly successful, or whatever, at any stage in your journey. You can be at either end, but you are unique. And what I mean by that is you've got your own story that no one else can replicate, because it's you, it's your story, which is why the value of a personal brand is so important, because it's you. And what I want to say there is that people often hold themselves back from putting themselves out there before thinking, I'm not ready, who's going to follow me? Well, the way it generally works, in my experience, is that you'll always follow. If you get some guru who's way ahead or perceives themselves to be way ahead, and what I mean by that is that don't believe everything you see on social media. Okay, I believe people more who will talk about failures and challenges and that type of stuff, because that's real life, rather than the ones that are, talking about, all of the good things in life, but nothing but the good things, making out that it's been a simple ride, no issues. Because believe you me, I'm amazed if anybody's got that story, because it's really, really hard work being an entrepreneur, running a business, let alone multiple businesses. So don't get sucked into it's all the sun is shining, here's my dream life. Yes, it can give you a lot of these things, but get the reality of the situation, the journey of what they've been through to get there. So my point there is that I would always, if somebody's miles ahead of me, I'm trying to build a following. I've got 11,500 people follow me, okay, which is more than some, a lot less than a huge number of people. And okay, I will be looking at the people like your Gary V's and people like that, got like tens of millions of followers, but they're so far ahead of me. So I'll be looking at what they do to get some influential ideas. But I'll be more looking at people who are kind of one or two rungs ahead of me on the journey. It's people with maybe 100,000 followers, or maybe 50,000 followers, or even 20,000 followers, 10,000 followers. These are the type of people that I'm interested in following, because they're kind of where I want to be as quick as I possibly can. So the moral of the story here, lesson 1, is people generally only want to follow people, well, not generally, but will learn better from people who are perhaps 1 or 2 rungs up the ladder, rather than so far in the distance a lot of what's being discussed can also often be irrelevant to your current circumstances. So just bear that in mind. So back to the content creation dilemma. Well, the one thing you need to remember here is this simple phrase: success leaves clues. And this is what leads me into content hacking. Now, when I say content hacking, I'm not talking about copying or plagiarism. Absolutely not. What you're doing is you're looking for inspiration, looking for structure, format of relevant content out there, which is appealing to your target market, that you can basically use as a framework for what you're going to produce. Okay, so there's a couple of ways you can do this. Is some people have just got loads of ideas and they can build their content plan easily, but loads of people can't. And the people that can't are the ones that procrastinate the most and can't seem to get themselves on this journey of publishing. And the first rule of publishing is consistency. Okay, so you need to be able to commit to what you're going to publish on whatever period of time you're doing. Some people do it once a month, some people do it once a fortnight, some people do it once a week, some people do it every other day, some people do it every day, some people do it 3 or 4 times a day, some people do it 5, 6, 7 times a day. So whatever you do, stick to it and hold yourself accountable to doing that. So look at what your current, so I'm just going past some people here, I'll just say good morning. Morning! So yeah, so what I'm saying is, look at what your current lifestyle is, your time commitments and things, because this stuff does take time. I've talked about how you can turn your content creation process into something that fits in your lifestyle in a separate episode. But this is just looking at what you do on a daily basis and saying, okay, I'm going to commit to X number of posts on X number of platforms on this period, and I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to be consistent. Okay, at the start, you can always increase it, and you'll get the benefit of that. You really want to try and avoid committing something and then reneging on it and reducing the volume that goes out there, because the algorithms generally reward consistency or the growing frequency of content. So if it's valuable, of course. So on to how you start using this to help you. Well, first and foremost, you should know a bit about your target market, who you're trying to appeal to, and you should know where they hang out, because most people have been their target market at some point in their lives if they're trying to appeal to them. So you probably know all the places you hang out on social media. So what you're trying to find is areas where your target market is grouped. So who are the key influencers in your niche? Okay, my niche is entrepreneurs who love to run. So that's quite a narrow niche, and that's why I want to own this space. But it's quite wide in the fact that I can go out as far as entrepreneurship, I can go out as far as running, I can then delve deeper in all of these different subsections. But I know my niche. So I'm looking for people in running groups, I'm looking for people in business groups, I'm looking for people in business systemization groups, outsourcing, productivity hacks, mindset. There's no end of people where my potential target market are hanging out. So I've made a list of all these. I've identified where they're all. I've identified the key influencers, and I just follow them all. Okay. And what you're then doing, well, before you even get to that stage, the first thing you do is just identify your keywords. So I've talked about, the keywords are really important because they end up being used in SEO. They end up being used in, what SEO is, it's search engine optimization, which helps the internet, categorize your content. So that's to give it the extra reach if someone searches for it. It's normally only relevant to YouTube. Social media platforms are kind of their own search engine in their own right. But you want to have all your keywords listed. And the reason you do that is you can then search on your social platform. So using Facebook as an example, you can just type in the search your keyword, and then you get the ability to be able to use that to categorize the results in Facebook groups, people, posts. And what you want to look for is posts, okay? And then, relating to your keyword. And when you're scrolling through all the posts, you look at the ones with the highest engagement. What I mean by engagement is, generally in this order, comments and shares are a top banana. If you can find them, that means the content's really, really good. If it's likes and engagement, that's the next thing you want to look for. So the comments and shares are like the best, but likes are followed closely behind. So any post with a high level of engagement is what you're looking for. And what you're then looking to do is you're just going to save that post And what you want to do to save the post is you want to copy the link. Now, people don't know this, but on the post, if you're certainly on the desktop, you have to do this on the desktop, not the mobile. You can save posts on your mobile, but you use the saved section where you can just click on the post on the options and then save the post and put it into your saved posts. So you can do that, it's really easy. But because I outsource all of this using Asana, I'll save the permalink of a post if I come across one. And the way you do that is you hover your mouse over the date where the post is, and you'll see it, a little line appears underneath it indicating it's a link. You right click and you copy the link address, and then you paste it, and then you can send that link to anyone, it will take them directly to that post. The caveat to that is if it's in a group that the person you're sending to isn't in, then they won't be able to access it. So you need to know how accessible that post is. But that's what you want to do, you want to save them. Because what you're looking to do, the ones that have got the highest engagement have got it for a reason, because they give excellent value. So you want to be looking at what they're talking about. You want to look at how the content's structured, look at what emojis you use, look at what paragraphs you used. Is it video? Is it image? And you use that as a framework for the content you can create. Okay, so that's one. You can do that for. The next thing you want to do is you want to find your key influencers and key groups. Okay, so you're then going to search for your keywords, and you're going to go to people, and you're going to go to groups, and you're going to make a list of however many, but generally you want to pick the ones with the biggest engagement. So with groups, you can always see how engaging the group is and how many people are in it. So pick the top ones for engagement and top one for numbers. That means that if you post in these groups in the future, you'll get a bigger audience. So that's really, really important. And again, save the links to these groups. And what you want to do is you want to join them straight away. So it can often take a few days to be approved to be able to join. Fill in the questions they're asked as well. If you don't fill in the questions, it can often delay your access. And then the people that are your key influencers that have got your target market following them, follow them and then make a list linked to their page or their profile. And again, store that information. So you're building up a network. This is your content research, basically. And once you've got that, you're going to obviously then look at all the posts you've got, and it should give you no end of ideas. Okay, so this is what's trending really well. I'm just giving my view on this. I'm going to structure it in this way. So when I say content hack, it's certainly not copy, and it's certainly not plagiarizing. It's using the structure, the framework, the topic, and putting your own spin on it. It's just like I've got an honours degree in business studies. But what do they teach you in degree education is you just take two opposing opinions of stuff, you reference it all, and then you give a paragraph at the end of your own opinion. And that's how you get scored on your ability to research, analyse, and produce your own opinion on stuff. It's no different to this. It's what you're doing on the content researching side of things. So obviously please do this because it makes your life 1,000 times easier. And then once you've done it, you can video all this and you can get a VA to do it for you. I mean, I don't do any of this. Well, to be fair, I've never really struggled with content. I've got my content plan mapped out for, a good year or so ahead. But, when I get into the future and I start I'm doing one piece a day at the moment. When I start putting 3 pieces a day, I'll probably be using this content. Well, I will definitely be using the content hacking strategy to help me with the short form stuff and different things I can do to get extra reach. So I will be doing this. I've done it in the past, but I've built my content plan out pretty robustly already. So just to give you an update on where I am. But the next thing you do, if you're still struggling, when you're into these groups, okay, so the groups where your target market are hanging out, the best thing you can do is just ask a double down question. I got this from Johnny West, an influencer on Facebook who's massive on lead generation organically through Facebook. And basically it's the double down question. And all you ask is, what is the biggest challenge with X? So you just plug in one of your keywords and you'll get loads and loads of response. And then when they give you a response, note that down, that's the topic for your content. The next thing, when they ask, always respond and say, okay, thanks for that, but what is the biggest challenge with that? So you're double downing, you're asking them to go deeper. So why? So you're going deeper. And then you'll get another subject heading for your content plan. And you just do that in all the different groups with all the different keywords that you've identified. And then you'll have a massive number of subjects for your content structure. So it's really, really easy to do that. And the final thing I want to talk to you about today is using YouTube. Now, YouTube is an amazing platform for influencers. I have a YouTube channel and it's growing so slowly because I'm still learning the algorithms and how to kind of SEO my content a little bit more. But what you want to do is you want to search for your keywords again, find people who are key influencers in your market, who are going to appeal to your target market. And so I'm just going past people here. Morning. And then what you want to do is you want to basically use a piece of software called Otter AI, and what that will allow, and you want to use another Chrome extension which allows you, I think it's called YouTube Downloader, enables you to download videos from YouTube. You upload them into, so sorry, before I get there, you're looking for videos with the highest number of views and likes. Okay, so again, it's the same principle. In YouTube, you can find stuff that had millions of watches, hundreds of thousands. So this is seriously stuff that works. So what you can do, download the video using a Chrome extension, upload it into a piece of software called Otter AI. It is free, but if you're going to use it regularly, there'll be a small subscription charge, and that will transcribe that whole video into a transcription. Now, like I said, you're not copying or plagiarizing anything here, but you're looking at what he talks about, the structure he talks about it in, and you're chopping it right down, putting your own words into the structure, covering the key points that each content, because it's obviously the structure or the value of the content is clear to see because it's got huge following or viewing or likes. So again, you're just content hacking. You're using pieces of content which are proven to work. You're putting your own spin on them. You can reference the people that you've got this information from. It's always a cool thing. Tag them in as well, because you're going to give them extra reach as well. So they'll be appreciative for you putting out the message as well. So, and that's another really cool way. So I've given you a few ways here to do this. So just to summarize, content creation should never be an issue. It's a really simple process you can follow where you can capture all this information. And again, to summarize, all you need to do first and foremost, list all your keywords, and you should know this. You should know your target market. Okay, I'll do an episode on how to find your target market, some of the questions you can ask separately. I'm not an expert on this, but you should have a fairly clear vision of who you're trying to target. What are the keywords associated with your niche? So list all those. That's number one. Then you're searching on the social platforms for those keywords or hashtags. What you're then finding are the biggest influencers, the most engaging posts, and the best groups related to those keywords. And you're storing all that data somewhere. Whether you store it in a task management software, project management software like Asana, like I do, or whether you're just making notes of it somewhere. Store it, because that's your research archive. And then you're scouring. You're making a list of the top influencers. You're going to follow them, search for engaging posts. You're going to search for engaging posts by keywords, and you're going to search for engaging posts in your target market groups. Okay, and when you've done that, you're going to hack the content. So what I mean by that is not plagiarize, not copy. You're going to use the structure, the topic, the high-level topic, and you can put your own spin on it. You're going to reference somebody if you use any of their content, just to be ethical. And you've got a huge amount of content there that you can kind of work with. The next thing you can do is the double down question, which Johnny West informed me about. He's like I said, he's big on organic lead generation on Facebook. So double down question, you go into the groups with your target market and you ask, what is the biggest challenge with keyword number one? When you get a response, you like it, you respond, great, but what's the biggest challenge with that response that they've given you? So you're double downing it, and you're probably going to get maybe 2 or 3 pieces of content for your content list from that one question. You do that same with all the different groups, all the different keywords. But very quickly, you'll have a massive list of topics. The one thing I didn't say is every time you get the idea, create a project or somewhere storing all of your content topics. Okay, list them there, because if you don't list them there and then you'll forget them. So you've got to have a way to capture this information. I talk about this on other episodes, but the capturing is so important. You've got to update your content plan so it's there, not going to be forgotten. And the final way, YouTube influencers again. Use keywords. The best way to search on YouTube is questions as well. What questions do your target market want to solve? Sorry, I've got something between my toes. The joys of running barefoot. Okay, so YouTube influencers are next, and find the ones that've got the biggest views on the most engagement on their videos. And again, Chrome extension, YouTube downloader. I can't remember what it's called, but if you search for a video downloader in YouTube, Chrome extension, you'll find it on Google. Download the video, upload it into Otter AI, OTTER.ai. Free software, but you use it frequently, you have to pay, and it will transcribe the whole of that video for you. Then again, reference where needed, but use that, cut it all out, put your own sections into it, but look at the framework and the content and the topics, and use that to create a post. So I hope you found that really useful, but there is absolutely no reason why anybody should not be putting content out there, building their personal brand, if the problem is content creation, because it's so easy to create a hugely detailed and in-depth content plan using these simple hacks. So I hope you found that useful. As always, please give me a like, share, comment. If you found this really useful, ask me questions and I'll always respond. My guarantee is that if it's something that's a bit bigger topic, I'll do an episode on it and tag you in. So I'll always respond to everything. I'm building up my free resources as well, and I'll be sharing them with you over the coming weeks. All the stuff that I think is going to help you, all for free, no cost involved. It's not what this is about. It's about giving as much value as I possibly can. So thanks a lot, and as always, stay positive, stay happy. See you on the next episode.